I am starting the transformation of this small apartment closet. And if you are new here, hi, my name is Wayna. I make rental friendly interior design videos. So if you are a renter or a broke homeowner or a sassy grandma, then go ahead and make sure that you are subscribed because that's pretty much all I do on this channel. Okay, let's talk about the problem. This small apartment closet is unorganized, poorly designed, and it has a bad layout. And I'm supposed to fit my clothes and my husband's in here. The last IKEA cabinet that I had for my old apartment had mold on it, so I had to throw it out. So I knew at the very minimum I would have to replace that. But real quick, let's take a trip down memory lane back to 2020 when I flew to Chicago and I designed my best friend's walk-in closet. Yes, took it from drab to fab real quick. And I realized that I have a pet peeve. My niece asked me before, did I have a pet peeve? And I told her no, but I actually do. My pet peeve is the fact that I can't stand when people have a great collection and they don't display it beautifully. My best friend has so many clothes, and I'm not just talking like day-to-day clothes. Like the girl has probably like 50 to 100 scrubs and jeans and swimwear, just everything. And she never had it displayed beautifully. So I told her, okay, for your birthday, you're getting a new walk-in closet. And that's what we did. And I think it turned out beautiful. Even though she doesn't live there anymore, I still think about this room, one of my fave top 10. Now I want to take another trip down memory lane and show you my husband's old small closet. I don't think I ever shared it on my channel, but yes, the other apartment was so small that it was no way that both of our stuff was going to fit into the closet that we had in the primary bedroom. So this is how I styled up his closet. And I just want to say that the wallpaper was the main attraction in that small space. It made that closet feel so custom and grand. You had to be there though. You had to be there. The closet looks a lot bigger, but trust me, it was very tiny. The camera is doing it a lot of justice. Now let me show you another room that I used to create a closet out of. I know I'm going down memory lane, but I had to really look to my previous designs to see what I was going to do with this space that I'm in now, because this was the room that changed everything for me. I was laughing to myself thinking that this is the hardest working room that I have ever dwelled in, like for real, for real. This was my prayer room. This was my office, my gym, my closet, a guest room, studio filming room, you name it. This room was it. And a lot of the pieces that I am going to use in the closet that I have now is straight from this room. I did not waste my money whatsoever. I knew I wasn't, because storage is something that you could just never have too much of. It keeps you organized, and when you organize, you can think a little bit better, because let's just be real, it's always something going on in life, internally, externally, just always something. So by creating the standalone closet, I was able to maximize my footage, my square footage in my old apartment, and that allowed me to have storage, a workspace, and to optimize my organization, which helped me transition over to my new place. Now take a good look at this room, because I have organized and decorated this closet on so many budgets. I mean, I think the first budget that I used was like $100. That video is old. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to round up all of my closet videos that I've done over the years, and I'm going to put it into a playlist. So if you have any questions or you need more inspiration, then you can check that playlist out. I will link it in the comment section. Now listen, y'all. You know I can decorate on any budget. If I have any OGs in the building, hit the like button if you know I can decorate on any budget. And OMG, as I was going through this footage and looking at the last design that I did in this room, and I found the picture of the light fixture that I had in my entryway and that I put in my friend's closet, it would have been so cute in this room. All right, now fast forward 2025, and I am in my new place, and my newest closet design project is giving me, like I said, all of these problems. It's unorganized, it's poorly designed, it has just a bad layout, like nothing is working, right? I realized that the top shelf was hung too low. When I went to hang my husband's shirts, they were literally laying on the bottom shelf. So you really can't even see where the clothes at the top start and end. Just a mess, just a mess. And this is a luxury. This is what they call luxury. So anyway, I had to remove all of the wires. I had an old mound dresser in here that I relocated out. And I just started clearing everything out, because when you're starting over, that's what you have to do. You just have to clear everything out. Start from ground zero. And I told myself that I was going to take it slow, because I am not trying to go back to physical therapy. Okay. I think I did a good job. My shoulder did start to bother me just a little bit. And then I took a break and came back. But this is a public service announcement, ladies. Do not try to push yourself, because if you push your arm out of commission, you only get one, okay? Get a guy, grab a friend, don't overdo it, okay? I mean, I really be out here trying to advocate for DIY safety, and you guys might be laughing, but because it is so popular and customary to start designing, but I'm trying to tell you, you can get hurt if you are not lifting properly, or if you're lifting too heavy, or if you're just doing too much. Listen to your body. Okay, I'm done. Now, the most tedious process was removing these clips with the anchors that held the shelves in. Yeah, I'm about to show you what you need in order to pluck them out the wall. And as you can see, there are quite a few. At this point, I was like, what was I thinking? I was not ready to return to this. But then I was like, you can do it, girl. You got this, girl. All right. So here's what you're going to need. You're going to need a tiny flathead, okay? Like a little pick. And you're also going to need needle nose pliers. So you're going to kind of dig into the little flat, it's not even a nail. It's like a thick, it is a nail. It's a smooth, thick nail that you drive into the anchor. But you're going to need a really tiny, tiny, tiny flathead so that you can get in there and pop it out. Oh, and don't forget your safety glasses, because you're going to need to see. Mine's are pink. I love these. I've had this tool set for quite some time. All right, so like I said, you dig in there, get some leverage, and then you're just gonna pop it out. Sometimes it comes out fast, sometimes it comes out slow, depending on how secure the anchor is. Some of these apartments reuse this stuff, and the anchors don't really be anchoring like they're supposed to. But some of them, like this building, is pretty new, so the bad boys was in there. They were in there, okay? They wasn't going nowhere. So that is how you remove them. And then you just repeat that like a bunch of times. Now, am I going to spackle these holes? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I did go ahead and remove the baseboards, because I want my IKEA pack system to be flush against the wall. And then I replaced the anchors, but I moved them down about 2 inches so that the shirts won't be laying on top of the lower racks. So I dropped these down at the bottom, and by doing that, it should be enough space between the top and the bottom. So basically, I'm just reconfiguring what was already there, adding some shelves, but I'm gonna add some more shelving at the top, because that is nothing but wasted space up there, and we don't waste space. Okay, and clearly I forgot that old me said that in the video, but anyway, you wanna make sure that you grab item of clothing and you hold it up, as you can see, even with me dropping the shelf at the bottom, I still needed to raise the shelf at the top up more. Who installed these closets for this luxury apartment? I don't know. I don't know, but they need to be fired. Period. All right. And this is what we came up with as far as layout and design. I am not done. Okay. If you are new to this channel, do not click off being like totally disappointed, because this is not how I roll. This is a process. And I mentioned earlier that I was not about to go back to physical therapy trying to push myself. So it is going to be done in different phases. So we have completed phase 1, where I have the layout that I want. Now I'm going to work on styling it up, and I need your help. I went and I purchased some baskets. Should I go with this basket that has more richness in brown? Or should I go with this black woven basket? It has some brown in it. Not a lot, but enough to warm the black basket up a little bit. And I think that's what I like about it. Let me know in the comments. Now I want to turn your attention to my Waynaworld HQ closet makeover, because I am literally doing the same thing over here. I'm rearranging the shelves and I am focusing on organization, storage, and I am selling some things also. You can find those on my website at waynaworld.com. Link will be in the description and in the comments. All right, now, quick note, I relocated those shelves on the right into my primary closet, which helped me save money because I did not buy any new shelves. I literally just rearranged them. Yeah, and add it to my IKEA furniture for better storage and organizations. But as you can see, this is a small closet. I thought about making it a prayer closet, but then I wouldn't have had anywhere to put all of the IKEA furniture that I don't necessarily want to use anymore for my personal design, but I freaking love the idea of using for organization. And so that's what I did. I did end up putting up one shelf, and that was the shelf that's underneath the Waynaworld, and then I relocated the other ones, like I said, to my primary closet. And just a quick throwback down memory lane, since we're already doing that. Remember that time I stacked up my IKEA Alex dressers in my other closet? Well, I did the same thing here. And remember that section cabinet that I had? There it is. Yes, it is. I bet you don't remember the bitch Joe that I had in the living room. Yep. I put that in that closet too. And I did some other stuff with this closet as well, but I'm going to show you that on the next video. So make sure you subscribe so I can see you on the next one. All right, later, boo.